It's Moviepoopie.
New video! Batman! That guy! Superman! Time Force! This is a new series on the new main Moviepoopie channel. So if you're confused from the gaming channel, because that was originally called Moviepoopie, then we named it Moviepoopie Gaming, and they made another YouTube account called Moviepoopie. So now there's a main YouTube, whatever. If you're also confused, if you're coming from the comic channel and being like, wait, this is the exact same format he uses for his comic book reviews, that's not really that confusing. It's just movie review. Whatever. Today, we're reviewing Batman, Return of the Caped Crusaders, where I had color ink. See, you can clearly see that the printer printed it like this, and I didn't color it in. Aren't they pretty? This is the reimagined modern-day telling of the 60s cartoon Batman that inspired so many people to live and to be as colorful as they could and to usurp the role of dignity into their hearts with panties weighing. This film is directed by Rick Morales, who I have no idea who that is. So I watched a video, the little director's commentary thing they did though. So I have an idea of who he is. He is a guy who is a nerd who likes Batman. I feel like that's all you need to know. So who is in this gosh darn film? Well, this film stars Adam West off to the side. Oh no, spoilers. Along with his partner in crime, Burt Ward. Oh man. Now, I know what you're thinking. These guys are like 10 billion years old. They are. And but they still have it in them. These guys really came into their own, man. You know, Adam West definitely kind of regained his cadence of being Batman. You definitely feel like this is the original series. Anybody who's watched the original series is gonna adore this goddamn movie because it feels so much like the original, but with like a modern flair added. The film, by the way, is very much so about Batman going through his cheesy phase to like kind of an adult phase, like where he kind of gets into killing people and shit, which was the 90s. That's you know that. So it's very much so a film about symbol. You might find a lot more of that than you definitely expected coming into this, but definitely feels entirely like Batman 60s otherwise. Not to spoil anything, but, you know, there's definitely some really cool dynamics going on there, but obviously these guys are exactly the same as they always were, and they're amazing. The writing is a bit more like, you know, it's obviously more intentionally funny this time, rather than being unintentionally, occasionally funny. Well, I mean, the 60s cartoon was being intentionally funny, but I think it just caught on in a different way. How do I explain it? Like, people kind of laughed at the cheese of the jokes rather than the jokes themselves. I don't know. You get what I'm saying, though. But this film definitely recognizes that it's not trying to be like a children's thing. It knows what its audience is, so I don't think you were expecting anything different, really. It's obviously, if they're making this film, duh. And introducing our villains, Wally Wingert as the Riddler. Jesus Christ, what is wrong with my brain today? William Salyers? Did I get that? I might have just wrote that wrong. Salyers as the Penguin. And, yeah, I am the Penguin, yeah. I turned autofocus off on this camera, yeah. So evil, you can't even see the details in his unfocused face, yeah. Obviously, we have Jeff Bergman coming as the Joker. I don't know why I say obviously. These three right here, I don't think they're the original cast. I don't believe so. They're new guys, but they sound pretty similar, in my opinion, to the original guys, although I don't really know off the top of my head what their voices sound like. But Julie Newmar reprising her role as Catwoman. Now, you can definitely tell that she's really old in this film. I'm not gonna lie, like, I guessed after, like, 5 minutes of hearing her dialogue, like, I'm like, why does she sound like she's really old? Oh, that would be because she's really old, isn't it? You can tell, but still, she just brings so much to the role. It's fun. I mean, although it does take you out of it a little bit, I won't lie about that. For me, it did. It's still just kind of awesome, She still tries to put in all that pizzazz into her character. I don't know, the flirtatiousness is there, the 60s flirtatiousness, I should say, because it's very different from nowadays, that's for sure. Yeah, oh my god. And they definitely touched upon, you could treat women differently in the 60s. It was more acceptable to treat women kind of badly, and they definitely touch upon that aspect, because they're not forgetting that this came from a different time period. But yeah, I don't know. This movie is just awesome, man. I didn't even realize that this film had come out. Honestly, I just went onto Facebook today, and I saw a thing, and it was like, catch it in theaters on October 10th, and then the day after it comes out in Blu-ray digital. I'm like, today is the 13th. 13 minus 10 equals 3 plus 1 equals 4 minus 2, to correct my math mistakes, is 2. 2 days have passed since this movie came out. I didn't even know. God damn it. So we're watching this kind of late. Nobody even told, like, I even went out to Anthony. He was like, really? Really? This movie came out, and Anthony knows everything about DC. He's the internet. His brain is the internet. So how he didn't know, I don't know. But yeah, they didn't really tell people that this came out very well, honestly. I feel like I should have known, but either way, I'm so happy we got to watch this movie today. It's available online, digital. Overall, I rate this film 15 out of Bay. This film is 15 out of Bay. So, yeah. Luckily, reviews don't get dated or they do get dated very quickly, so most likely people aren't going to be watching this 50 years in the future and being like, what the fuck's a bay?
Non più tra I farfalloni amoroso, notte giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto a dolcino d'amor. Delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto a dolcino d'amor. Non più avrai questi bei